Hey, everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Ronnie, bringing you all the latest NFL news and insights. If you are as pumped for the playoffs as I am, go ahead and smash that like button right now. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because you won't want to miss any of the action-packed updates we've got lined up for you this postseason. Now, let's dive into today's breakdown of the Kansas City Chiefs and their phenomenal defense as they gear up to take on the Houston Texans in the Divisional Round. First, let's talk about the stakes. The Kansas City Chiefs enter this matchup with an incredible 15-2 record, securing the AFCs. And on the other hand, we've got the Houston Texans led by their rookie quarterback, Stroud, who has had a remarkable debut season. While the quarterbacks often steal the spotlight, this game could very well be decided by what happens on the defensive side of the ball. And let me tell you, the Chiefs' defense has been nothing short of spectacular this year. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time these teams have faced off this season. Back in December, the Chiefs took down the Texans 27-19, with their defense playing a pivotal role. That game was a sneak peek into what we can expect this Saturday, and I have a feeling the Chiefs' defense will be even more dominant this time around. Let's start by looking at one of the most telling stats. The Chiefs allowed just 19.8 points per game during the regular season, ranking fourth in the entire NFL. Think about how tough it is to maintain that kind of consistency over 17 games. The Chiefs have faced dynamic offenses throughout the season, yet they've managed to keep nearly every opponent in check. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. What about that one game against the Broncos, where they gave up 38 points? Here's the deal. That was the final week of the season, and KC had already locked in their playoff position. And many of their starters, especially on defense, were either rested or played limited snaps, giving the Broncos a slight edge. When the Chiefs starters are on the field, they're a completely different beast. And here's a fun fact. When these two teams met in December, the Chiefs' defense forced 2 interceptions off Stroud. That's the kind of pressure they've been bringing all season, and it's a big reason why they've been so successful in shutting down opponents. One of the keys to the Chiefs' defensive success is their ability to stop the run in a league where elite running backs can single-handedly take over games. The Chiefs have been a brick wall. Opposing teams averaged just 4.1 yards per carry against KC, placing them 7th in the NFL over a full game. Opponents managed only 101.8 rushing yards on average, which is good for 8th in the league. But it's not just about the averages. When the Chiefs faced the Texans in December, they held them to a mere 84 rushing yards and didn't allow a single rushing touchdown. That's the kind of performance that demoralizes an offense. Houston will have to come up with something truly special if they hope to establish their ground game against this KC front. And let's give some credit to defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. Here, his scheme have been instrumental in making sure the run defense stays disciplined, with defenders filling gaps and swarming to the ball. It's a team effort, and every player has bought into the system. Now let's talk about one of the most critical aspects of the game, the red zone. The Chiefs rank 5th in opponent red zone scoring percentage, allowing touchdowns on just 85% of trips. That means even when teams manage to drive down the field and get close to scoring, KC's defense finds a way to shut them down. This is where the Chiefs' defensive line really shines. Their ability to pressure the quarterback is among the best in the league, with a pressure percentage of 26.1%, 5th in the NFL. That relentless pressure forces quarterbacks into making mistakes or taking sacks at the worst possible moments. In their last meeting with the Texans, the Chiefs recorded 2 sacks on Stroud and you can bet they'll be aiming for even more this time around. And Spagnuolo's aggressive blitzing strategy has been a game changer. The Chiefs ranked 5th in total blitzes this season, and that extra pressure has led to 59 quarterback hurries. These numbers aren't just stats there. You're a testament to how the Chiefs force offenses out of their comfort zones and dictate the pace of the game. Of course, no discussion about the Chiefs' defense would be complete without mentioning their 2 All-Pro stars, Chris Jones and Trent McDuffie. These 2 have been nothing short of phenomenal this season and are a big reason why the Chiefs' defense has been so dominant. Let's start with Chris Jones, the heart and soul of KC's defensive line. Jones earned first-team All-Pro honors this year, and it's easy to see why in 15 games he recorded at least 6 pressures in 7 matchups, finished with 19 total tackles, 5 sacks, and even added a forced fumble to his stats. Jones isn't just a disruptor, he's a game-changer offensive. Lines have to account for him on every play, and even then he finds ways to make an impact. On the other hand, we have Trent McDuffie, the rising star in the secondary. McDuffie was named to the All-Pro second team and boasts the second highest Pro Football Focus grade, AM. On cornerbacks, trailing only Denver's Patrick Surtain, with 45 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a forced fumble. McDuffie has been a lockdown defender all season. His ability to cover top receivers one-on-one gives the Chiefs incredible flexibility in their defensive schemes. So what does all of this mean for the Texans? Well, C.J. Stroud has shown flashes of brilliance this season, but facing a defense like this is a different kind of challenge. The Chiefs have already proven they can contain him, and with everything on the line in the playoffs, you can bet they'll turn up the intensity even more for Houston. The key will be finding ways to protect Stroud and establish some semblance of a running game. But let's be honest, it's easier said than done. The Chiefs' ability to generate pressure, limit rushing yards, and lock down the red zone makes them one of the toughest defenses to crack. The Texans will have to play a near-perfect game to pull off an upset. All in all, this matchup is shaping up to be a classic playoff battle. While much of the attention will be on Patrick Mahomes and C.J. Stroud, don't sleep on the Chiefs' defense. They've been the unsung heroes of this season and could very well be the deciding factor in Saturday's game. All right, that's it for today's breakdown. What do you think? Will the Chiefs' defense dominate the Texans again, or do you see Houston pulling off the upset? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. This is Ronnie signing off. See you next time.